Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. So today I want to make the case for JEPY, SPYI, and XYLD. So I, along with a lot of folks, we like our YieldMax and our Defiance ETFs, and they're pretty good, obviously, just because they have a lot of attention-grabbing yields. But what about like JEPY, SPYI, and XYLD? Now, even though they're a little bit more on the boring side, I think there's still a case that we can make for these three products. Because look at this. Again, I'm just basing this off of the Schwab brokerage. So you can look up like any ETF or stock that you have on their website where you can do a what they call a pledged asset loan. So this is a little bit different from like your normal um, margin borrowing. So basically, you can put up like you can check to see if you can put up any of your current like stocks or ETFs as collateral for like a loan. So this might be helpful for some people that are, let's say for example, you have a pretty decent sized portfolio, but you also want to diversify into other non-financial stuff. So let's say for example, you see like a fixer upper and you plan to maybe rent it out or maybe do like an Airbnb or whatever, right? So this is just an example. So just looking at this quick chart, uh, JEPY, JEPY, the Defiance one, it's not eligible for this type of loan. But however, if you notice, JEPY, the regular JP Morgan one, the SPYI and XYLD, they have a pretty decent, I guess like if you want to borrow up to like a certain amount of your collateral, this is actually pretty good because for example, JEPY and XYLD, they have a standard you can borrow up to like 70% of whatever your portfolio would be. And then also this one has a special SPY eye, is a special maintenance. But I could have sworn this was actually lower. But like you have to be careful with the ones that say special maintenance because this will probably like move up and down. But I think like over time as they establish like a track record, you'll also be able to kind of have like a standard like 70%, which is actually pretty good because I've seen this like fluctuate between like 50 and 70%. And sometimes like it can actually the ones that are special maintenance, they can go lower. And I think over time, once JEPY, once they have maybe like a year worth of uh, I guess like a track record, I think they'll probably start them off as like a special maintenance as well, maybe like 30 or 50%. So if you have JEPY, don't worry about it too much because like over time, I expect like once they establish a good track record, then they can also be eligible for these type of loans. And I also just wanted to show you that just because like the so-called normal so-called boring covered call ETFs, they might not be that boring, especially if you intend to have like let's say you have a well-diversified portfolio, and right now you're currently yielding it's 12%, and you're able to borrow 1.5 times like whatever your your portfolio is, that can get you up to like 18%. And the same thing, if you're able to borrow like 70% of your portfolio, then that actually bumps it up to 20%. However, like these loans aren't free, of course. So you have to take into account like your interest expense. So for example, let's say you bump it up your yield, overall yield to 18%, but then you have to pay interest. So that gives you like 10%. And also the 20% less 8% also gives you the 12%. Now probably thinking, well, what's the point then? Well, even after factoring your interest expense, your 10% is actually based off of a larger dollar amount. So you're actually, in a way, you're making more money, but at like a slower rate, just because you're paying off the interest expense. So you have to also like check with your own brokerage because this is just Schwab. So like check with whoever your brokerage is and see if you're eligible for like these type of loans or even like if you want to just do like a regular margin. There's nothing wrong with it. I would just like urge people to just be careful. Shop around for like the best like brokerage margin rates because every broker is different. Or you could just like wait for like some of these so-called interest rate cuts from like the Fed. supposedly that's going to be coming this year, but there's no guarantee. Now again, I just want to be careful because leverage, just from like prior knowledge and even just like reading like the newspaper or like just reading in the news, like leverage can kill accounts. So what you want to do is like the good thing about like most of these cover call ETFs, they pay monthly. So then you can also use that to kind of pay down like your loans as quickly as possible. And then there's also limits on what you can invest in. So you have to check with your brokerage. So Schwab has like base your two regular type of I guess like loans. So like the first one is like your regular margin account where you can borrow from them and then like invest in like other stocks. And then the special what they call a pledge asset line, that's meant for like things outside of your normal your brokerage account. So let's say like either I think it might be eligible for like let's say you want to go back to school or something for like a higher education degree, or maybe uh, you want to help your grandkids with like tuition, or maybe you want to finance like your like a startup or something like that. But again, you have to check with your brokerage because each person and each institution is different. Or you could just say the heck with it. I'm just gonna avoid it altogether, and that's fine too. Like if you just want to stick with Defiance, JEPY or triple QY or whatever, that's also fine too. I'm just throwing this out there in case there's some people that are wondering if there's another way to maybe finance a side hustle, or maybe a potential rental property, or, whatever. Like everybody's different. They have different risk appetites, so it might be good for those people. And but of course, like I'm talking in terms of like your overall portfolio. So then like you also have to take it into account that you might want to have like some just like boring regular stuff like treasuries, different aristocrats. So I think there's still a case to be made for the so-called normal cover call ETFs. But again, it's all up to you. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine also. And then like for the SPYI and XYLD, etc. They're similar to JEPY in that they're not likely to have good capital appreciation. I mean, although that is a possibility, but it's not very likely. And of course, like if there's a huge market shock, then like all of this is just gonna go down together as well. So there's no guarantees here. If you like this type of content, please consider giving this a like. Uh, I appreciate all my subscribers. And because like I guess like YouTube is probably not too friendly towards like smaller content creators, and I just want to like help out as many as people as I can while I can. So thank you for watching. I hope people make good money out there, regardless of whatever cover call ETF that you enjoy. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.